Hello,
Hi, and welcome to KCM's Homebound Quiz.
welcome back.
I'm Katie,
I'm Christophe.
and this little monster who's quite tired now is
Yeah,
Monkey.
TV face. So
Hence
hence KCM.
Yep, exactly.
So it's quite
So,
exciting today because it's not a live quiz.
nope.
It's a specialist quiz, a first one to be exact.
Yeah, so we've heard comments from people saying they want to do something specifically, and we thought, well, why don't we do a few extra sort of break in between our usual live quizzes on Wednesday to do them on a Sunday a bit earlier for those specialist topics.
Yes, and again, so it's not live, and anyway, live you could as well. So feel free to pause it if you need more time. We give you 30 seconds per questions, and then we'll do the answer straight away. Usually during our live quizzes, we've got breaks. So for the first 3 rounds and 2 rounds, so instead of 50 questions, just 20 today. And please feel free to like the video, it helps us.
Yep.
And share your comments as well and suggestions on YouTube and
Like, subscribe, share.
and on Facebook. That's I was expecting other, because we just launched a Facebook page and it's super important. And if you could have a look, so KCM Homebound Quiz.
Absolutely. And you'll also, if you are on that page and subscribed, you'll be able to see all the upcoming quizzes so you can participate in them as they go along.
Yeah, and suggest as well
Yeah.
themes you'd like us to cover, of course.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So now
Let's get started. So this quiz this week is focused on wine. So all those wine aficionados, this is for you. We've got
Indeed.
20 questions, which all of our specialist quizzes will have. And this week we have 25 points up for grabs.
So let's start.
Yeah. Question 1. So here you want to name the wine type. What type of wine is the most famous one from Hungary? I think I'm going to sneeze in a sec. What type of wine is the most famous one from Hungary? Sorry. Hay fever season.
You like that wine? It's very
I
good
do.
wine, sweet usually.
Usually people think it's sweet wine, but actually if you know quite a lot about it, you'll realize there's various levels of it.
There are.
That's a bit of a hint.
It is. It is. Question number 2. So please, we need a wood type here for 1 point. So what type of wood is most commonly used to make the barrels or containers for wine during the maturation phase? So I repeat, what type of wood is most commonly used to make the barrels or containers for wine during the maturation phase? I found that.
You did guess this one. Actually, I think I would have known this one.
Yes. Starting pretty easy, and then we've got more complicated questions.
It will get harder as we go along.
Do not worry.
If you're like thinking, oh, this is a piece of cake. Question 3, answer 1 point. What is ice wine, which is EISWEIN? What is ice wine? You can probably guess by the word.
Yes.
What country it's from.
But
what is it?
Specificity, yes.
What is it?
Indeed.
It's obviously a type of wine, considering the name of the quiz.
And no, you won't have half a point to tell us it's wine. Or you could if you wanted to.
Yeah, we're not going to be too strict with it, but
the important is to have fun. So question number 4, a country, please. So which European country is the largest wine producer in terms of volume? So which European country is the largest wine producer in terms of volume? And that was tricky. I didn't know.
I had no idea. It's I think a fun thing we find with producing these quizzes how much we actually learn about these subjects. No, I would never have guessed. Place I would have thought, nope, absolutely wrong.
Not quite, yeah. But that's part of the fun, I think, is to learn new things, as you said.
Yeah, definitely.
I love doing quizzes for that.
Question 5. So as if you've watched any of our live quizzes, you will know that we love to do this very high level sort of editing of photos. And this is another example of that, very high level. We've taken a picture of a bottle of champagne, but we've taken out the name. So what we need here for 1 point is the name of the champagne. For 1 point, we need the name of the champagne.
It's very popular champagne, so you will find it. Question number 6. So what is an intense fear or hatred of wine called? So what is an intense fear or hatred of wine called?
And I'm pretty sure anyone who has this fear will not be watching this right now.
But I'm pretty sure very few people have this fear, though. So
yeah, I think
it might be hard for most people. Yes. Think about Latin. I
Yeah,
think
think
like the
about
origin.
Latin. There's another name for people who are very aficionados in wine
Yes.
rather.
So
And
basically, also tell us if you think, for instance, you would rather have a few potential options here
yeah,
for the next quizzes.
if it's too difficult
Yeah,
and you prefer to have an A, B, and C, let us know and we'll do
no
that.
problem. And we'll have more in the next
But we're
quiz
expecting higher
live.
because you're specialists.
Yes, specialists. You're right. We don't need it.
Question 7, 1 point. 1 barrel of wine is the equivalent of approximately how many 75 centiliter bottles? 270, 295, or 345? 1 barrel of wine is the equivalent of approximately how many 75 centiliters bottles? 270, 295, or 345?
Yeah.
A 75 centiliter bottle is pretty much the standard regular sized bottle you'd get if
Yes.
anyone's not in Europe or doesn't use a metric system. Think of a
it's
random regular size of wine.
bottle. What is used to ferment wine? So we just need the answer. What is used to ferment wine? I didn't know.
No, I have no idea.
But
I don't know why I wouldn't have picked that up. I've done various wine tastings, but no one mentioned ingredient to ferment it.
But if you're a wine connoisseur,
you should probably know.
Indeed.
So question number 9. So we're looking for the country here. 1 point. What country has the highest vineyard in South America? What country has the highest vineyard in South America? And I know we've forgotten to
And I was drinking, so we've
got 10 seconds.
10 seconds left.
You got about 10 seconds for this one. So when we say highest, what we mean is quite literally the altitude is the highest one in South America. You were not right when you guessed this one.
No,
in my
I was
practice
wrong.
trial.
I was wrong, indeed. I was very wrong. I mean,
I would have been
too
completely
far,
wrong. I would have chosen a totally different country.
Question number 10. So list these bottles in size order from smallest to largest. Balthazar, Nebuchadnezzar, Piccolo, Magnum, and Salmanazar. So from the smallest to the biggest, basically. Balthazar, Nebuchadnezzar, Piccolo.
Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah. Magnum, I do it in French a bit, like that's why. Magnum and Salmanazar. Please rank them from the smallest to the largest. It's not live, so you can pause, of course, anytime.
Exactly.
Question number 11.
Question 11. Name the country again. Douro. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing that properly. Douro is a well-known winemaking region of what European country? Douro is a well-known winemaking region of what European country?
I found that.
You did. I would not have. I've never, as far as I know, I haven't drunk any wines from that region. So
again, that's in the bucket list.
Bucket list, exactly. Along with Japan on travel list,
yes.
Douro wine list.
If only one day we can travel again. Question number 12. So just true or false here. Brut nature, in French, means medium dry. Is it true or is it false? Brut nature, brut nature, means medium dry. Tell us if it's true or if it's false.
All I know is that having found this type, I need to try it. Definitely need to try it.
Would love to as well. I wasn't even aware that of its existence, to be honest.
So moving on to question 13. This is a cocktail picture. So it's obviously a very wine-based cocktail. Tell us what cocktail this is. I don't think there's much more to say. It's wine. There's some stuff in the glass. What cocktail is this?
You said it's wine. Well, I mean, obviously. it was pretty easy. It could be anything else.
It's a wine quiz. Of course there's wine in it. It's made purely of gin.
It's true. I've been a bit silly there. And there's no wine nor alcohol beverage in my mug, I just want to say.
There is in my glass.
Question number 14. So, what region of Italy is Prosecco produced in? What region of Italy is Prosecco produced in? And this time we've got 3 options. One is Veneto, One is Piedmont or Tuscany. So Veneto, Piedmont or Tuscany.
With that little French accent there.
Yeah, indeed. So this is, I got it wrong.
I
when
don't
you
know
asked.
if I would have gotten it right. Actually, no, I think I would have, actually, with this one. Sorry.
Question number 15.
Ah, we have another picture round. Ah.
Yes.
And the idea behind this again, same. Another champagne. I am a big fan of champagne. You are a big fan of champagne.
I am very much
Name
so.
the champagne. It's a very, very well-known champagne, I think.
You didn't go too obscure indeed with
No,
those
no,
photos,
no.
so.
I think you'd be hard-pressed to not know what champagne this is, unless you're in a very, very remote part of the world.
Yeah, I found that one.
Yes.
Question number 16. So, which country has the largest vineyard acreage in the world? I repeat, which country has the largest vineyard acreage in the world? That's an interesting question.
Or as we Americans would say, acreage.
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 Acreage. Sorry.
Acreage. So basically, it doesn't mean necessarily they're the largest wine producer, but they have a huge amount of.
And I didn't find that as well.
No.
I told you the wrong guess.
Yeah,
this time.
exactly. So question 17, color. White wine can be produced from which color of grapes? White wine can be produced from which color of grapes? Obviously, there's various from green to white to purple, I suppose, or
tell us which color.
What colors white wine come from, basically? Not much more to say about that question.
No, that's a good question.
I think those in the know will know.
Yeah, as usual. Question number 18.
That's you?
It's me. France, exactly, followed by the USA, are the top producers of Pinot Noir. What two countries are the next biggest producers? So I repeat, we need two. You can have 2 points here for two countries. France, followed by the USA, are the top producers of Pinot Noir. What two countries are the next biggest producers?
So you got 2 points potentially here. 1 point for each. 19, the penultimate question. This is a picture of a glass, famously used, but often used for champagne.
Mm-hmm.
We keep reverting back to my favorite thing. What is the name of the glass? Famous type of glass. What is the name of this glass? I personally don't know how it was invented because I think it makes champagne go flat very quickly. The whole point of champagne is to keep the bubbles and the oxygen, and obviously when you have a wide brim, more oxygen hits it and it becomes flat, and then champagne's not so special.
More a fan of flutes. Right?
Flutes are better. So it's obviously not a flute. Sorry.
Question number 20. It's not a flute, yeah. An occupation here. So what was the occupation of Dom Pérignon during the time champagne was invented? I repeat, what was the occupation of Dom Pérignon during the time champagne was invented?
And if you tuned into our live quiz last Wednesday, you will know the answer for this because we had a different style of question on the same thing. So
that's correct.
It's a little last cheat for the 20th question, but only to our loyal followers.
That's a very good question. I like that one. So that concluded the round of 20 questions.
Yep, indeed.
So again, please feel free to share if you think it's too hard, it's not hard enough. Please put everything in the comment section or on Facebook, on our Facebook page.
Absolutely.
And we'll make sure to potentially do other rounds as well, still on wine and of course other specialty topics. So. And
we're going to do the selfless plug of please again, like and subscribe to our channel if you're enjoying it so far. So
we do it for you, yeah. It takes so long to do. So we hope that you like the format and you like the questions.
Definitely. So let's go on to the answers.
Okay.
Again, if you're not ready, sorry for the first one coming up, but if you're not ready, pause it.
Yeah.
But for those who are, let's go. So wine type. What type of wine is the most famous one from Hungary? And it is Tokai.
And again, you've got several levels of Tokai.
Yeah, I don't even know how many. I mean, I thought it was 1 to 5, but I think there could be even more.
I know the highest, I think, is the most sweet.
The highest is the sweetest. The lowest is the driest.
Question number 2. So what type of wood is most commonly used to make the barrels or containers for wine during the maturation phase? And it's oak.
Which is probably why a lot of people, when they drink things like Chardonnay, go, "Oh, it's got a very oaky taste." So,
Very possibly.
Question 3. What is ice wine? Well, it is as it sounds. It is a wine made from frozen grapes. So it's effectively like ice wine.
So if you found that, very well done. I mean, the name you would find, but you need to be specific. Frozen grapes, interesting.
Frozen grapes.
Question number 4. Which European country is the largest wine producer in terms of volume? And it's Italy.
Italy.
It would be France or even
Yeah,
maybe
I thought
Spain.
it was France, definitely.
But it's Italy, yeah. Congratulazione, italiano. If it's correct in Italian, I don't even know.
So the name of the champagne, and it is Veuve Clicquot, the famous yellow label. Not as famous as Tiffany, but it's definitely up there. I'd say probably equivalent almost in the champagne world in terms of color.
They've done very good in terms of marketing.
Definitely branding, absolutely.
Question number 6. What is an intense fear or hatred of wine called? It's oenophobia. And again, oenophiles, or when you're like an expert or you like wine, usually we use the same Latin base.
To describe, yeah.
But it's pretty hard if you don't think that way. Question number 7.
1 barrel of wine is the equivalent of approximately how many 75 centiliters of bottles? And it is 295.
When you don't know, choose the middle.
Yeah.
It's the middle option.
It's like when you did your exams. If you didn't know, just go middle.
Middle. Maybe not all the time, but it works. Question 8. What is used to ferment wine and its yeast?
I had no idea it was yeast. I would have guessed something like fungus, or I don't know. Did not know.
I would have thought about it.
But my favorite things are bread and wine, so. Huh?
Exactly. There you go.
Country for 1 point, question 9. What country has the highest vineyard in South America? And it is Argentina.
I thought it was Chile. I don't know. But anyway.
No, actually, Argentina was the highest in the world. However, recently, go figure, in Nepal, they found the very highest. The Guinness Book of World Records found one up in Nepal. So that is now the highest, but the highest, obviously, in South America is Argentina.
Hence the question was super specific.
Yeah.
Question number 10. List these bottles in size order from smallest to largest. And it's Piccolo, Magnum, Salmanazar, Balthazar,
and Nebuchadnezzar.
Kelly knew I couldn't pronounce it properly. Exactly. So again, very well done if you found the right order. Question
I have
11.
no idea how big a Nebuchadnezzar must be.
It's pretty big.
Yeah, fairly big. So, country for 1 point. Oh God, this country again. Apologies for any Portuguese who I do not pronounce this well for. Douro is a well-known winemaking region of what European country? And as I said, Portuguese is Portugal.
Obrigado. Question 12. True or false? Brut nature means medium dry. It's false. Brut nature refers to very dry champagne. So it's not medium dry. It's supposed to be the driest, I guess.
Effectively, brut nature means there is no added sugar, which most Prosecco's or Cavas or champagnes include. The only sugar in it is that is natural. So it's usually 1 to 3% sugar, apparently.
Very good question. Question number 13.
So name the cocktail, and it is sangria.
It is made with wine.
It
obviously.
Is mainly wine, fruit added. Occasionally they add a few other things, but the main ingredients are wine, red wine, and fruit. And they do make white wine sangrias, I believe. And there is a debate of where it's from. I think a lot of people know it's from Spain, but there is a sort of, some sort of controversy. It could be from Italy. It could be from Portugal.
That's what we didn't ask, actually.
Where the country was.
Well. Question number 14. So what region of Italy is Prosecco produced in? It's Veneto.
Veneto.
Question number 15.
What's a champagne? And it is Moet and Chandon. Moet and Chandon.
Or Moet et Chandon in French.
Yeah, the French accent, it's got it right.
Question 16 in very French. Which country has the largest vineyard acreage in the world?
France.
It's Spain. This is not France. This is terrible. This is a catastrophic. It's Spain, the largest in the world, allegedly.
Exactly. They don't actually
Incredible.
produce the most, but they are the largest in terms of acreage.
Incredible.
Question 17.
Yes.
Color what wine can be produced from, white wine can be produced from which color grapes? And it's a bit of a trick question. It's actually any color of grapes can produce white wine.
Question number 18. France, followed by the USA, are the top producers of Pinot Noir. Exactly. What two countries are the next biggest producers? One is Germany, so number 3, and Moldova is number 4. And again, Germany, I think.
Who would have thunk it?
Exactly. I think I got Germany, but Moldova, no.
Yeah, it's quite obscure, but there you go. And again, penultimate question. The glass is called a champagne coupe. Is that right? Coupe.
Yeah.
There's my French accent.
Right.
A coupe.
As a matter of fact, in French, when we serve champagne, we say, and this is a coupe de champagne. We say coupe. We never say flute, really. We use flutes, but in coupe de champagne is the way, the term you use usually, and the way you share champagne with people.
There you go.
And question number 20. What was the occupation of Dom Pérignon during the time champagne was invented? He was a monk, Benedictine monk, to be very precise. Thank you, Dom Pérignon, for participating to the first, production
Absolutely.
of champagne. And the rest is history, I guess.
And the rest is history. So that's it for the quiz. Our little micro quiz on a Sunday, specialist quiz.
Yes, so it's pretty short. When we do the live quiz, it's longer because you've got more time and we do repeats of the questions.
And we do 5 different categories. So.
Exactly, on 5 different topics. So thank you so much. Please like, comment on YouTube, and also go to the Facebook page. That'd be great if you could follow us there.
Yeah, and tell us, for those wine connoisseurs, was this a breeze or was this a good level of fun? For those who aren't wine connoisseurs, was it still fun to play along anyway? We really need your support. So yeah, like, subscribe, and if you want to be notified, hit that little bell and it'll tell you when our next videos are coming up.
Please do, and see you live next Wednesday at 8 p.m. BST.
Yep, so Monkey's asleep, and we're probably going to head that way soon. So have a good night.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye.